Shalom. Shalom. Kal Halal Yahweh. Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Bahashem Rakak Radash. Shalom and salutations and double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. They were well. Shalom to the elder bishops, the elders, prophets, teachers, and evangelists of Great Millstone who are also learning this 100% true from. I'm back again with another video, and I don't know exactly what I would title it. It's lucky. It may be having knowledge will stabilize you in the future. I don't know, something like that maybe. I don't know. But I got this video here that I was gonna let play, and it was an interesting video, and it just gave me the understanding of knowledge and understanding your enemy and the capabilities of what he's willing to do to keep you from attaining knowledge, because knowledge is the key. Knowledge and wisdom will be the stability of thy times, roughly paraphrasing. So I'm gonna let it play, and then I'm gonna give you some some scriptures. Salakia. So let's check it out.
Hey, ChatGPT, what would you do today to
Now, ChatGPT is as Elder Apostle Yashawamba, Elder Yashawamba Salakia talks about all the time. I say for the past couple of weeks, I've heard him say this, that ChatGPT is made by small hat, and how a lot of small hats in Hollywood are trying to sue because it talks about how how this ChatGPT gives you breakdowns on things that may not necessarily be the exact truth, but it's damn near close. So I'm gonna let it play, and we go from there.
to destroy black men?
I'd start by removing their sense of purpose. I'd make them comfortable with mediocrity. I'd drown them in distractions, video games, endless scrolling, mindless entertainment, until years slip by and they wonder why they never built anything meaningful. I'd make men ashamed of being men, stripping them of their natural role as protectors and providers, leaving them directionless, weak, and dependent. I'd promote pleasure over progress. I'd make them chase dopamine hits instead of real fulfillment, porn instead of real relationships, junk food instead of health, short-term gain.
You hear what they're saying? This is the problems that Jake has today, and not just males, females as well.
Instead of long-term success, I'd make vice feel like freedom and discipline.
Everything is over-sexualized, and unfortunately is introduced to us at a young age. So, it does one or the other, and it's the same with with the happy. It's introduced to at a small age to them, and what happens is, they get exposed to it, and this is what they're trying to do, with the with the alphabet click. You know what I'm saying? They're exposing the children early, so in their minds they develop that it's okay,
Feel like imprisonment. I'd fill their minds with nihilism and hedonism until they believe life has no real meaning beyond chasing their next high. I'd keep them alone, weak, and vulnerable, because a man with no tribe, no purpose, and no faith is the easiest to control.
So with that, let's get some scriptures real quick. There's many scriptures that I could bring out. but I'm gonna keep it simple. This is it's not good. Baruch 3:36, and it reads, He hath found out all the way of knowledge, and have given it unto Jacob his servant, and to Israel his beloved. So the 12 tribes of Israel, the elect, I'm going to say, the 1/3, have attained this knowledge that Yahweh Bashem Yahushua has left for them. And they're out here today on the highways and byways, and they're speaking of this knowledge. They're speaking of the true names, which is Yahweh, Yahushua. And what happens is, because the small hat is recognized and realized, because they have knowledge too on the left-hand side. They understand what's going on. They're trying to do the best that they can to silence, because, the Hebrew Israelites, the ones who are on the highways and byways speaking the truth, the 100% truth, they are the ones who are the enemies to Amalek and the other nations. They are the ones who, it's not the the Panthers and these other militia groups and these other Hebrew Israelite camps that don't have any truth. They just out here just making money and lying to the people. It's those people that speak the truth. They go into the history. They go into the maps. They go into the scriptures. They go into everything that has to do with the reality of what Esau was about and what he has done to us, even who we are and what we have done to us as well, and ultimately who Yahweh Yahushua is, and what Yahweh has done and will do, and what he will send Yahushua to do. This is Sirach, Ecclesiasticus 19:19. The knowledge of the commandments of Yahweh is the doctrine of life, and they that do the things that please him shall receive the fruit of the tree of immortality. Now, again, like I said, there's plenty of ways I can go with this. There's many scriptures that I can get, but I just wanted to get some simple scriptures of understanding that the true men of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua has this knowledge, and their job is to go out to teach it across the world via internet, the www World Wide Web. And with that, it's going to open the minds of ultimately the elect, because that's who the Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is. He's dealing with. He just want to deal with the elect. Hosea 4:6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, and lack of knowledge is, that's why I played that video, because this is what our Jake women don't understand, and most of our Jake men don't understand, that what that Chat GPT said is exactly what they have done to us and exactly what they continue to do to us. They've been running this playbook in the same plays for hundreds of years now. Nothing's changed. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing that thou hast forgotten the law of thy power, I will also forget thy children. So we are the children of the Most High. But because we have rejected him, and we want to be, I guess you can say, idiots, fools, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua rejected us. And look at us as a people today. Because I've heard plenty of times, especially from the wacky techie Christians, Jake, the law, statutes, and commandments are done away with. We don't have to follow them no more. That's far from the truth. Far from the truth. Look at our people today. Look how we act. Look at the world today. You would think if we just decided to follow some of these law, statutes, and commandments, what will we be as a people? Now, Esau's job, because he's knowledgeable, will understand that you cannot come back to the ways of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua and follow these law, statutes, and commandments, because if you do, then Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai would be sending Yahweh Shai back to get us. And this is why he has to get ready to start his NWO real soon, because he knows he has but a short time. This is Malachi 2 and 7. For the priest's lips should keep knowledge, and they should seek the law at his mouth, for he is the messenger of Yahweh's host. And this is what the elect are. They're priests to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And they're the ones who is giving you exactly what's coming out of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai's mouth. And they're prophesying to you exactly what's going to happen. This is why Proverbs 1 and 7 says, fear Yahweh. The fear of Yahweh is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction, like I said earlier. And the fools are the 2/3 of our people. They despise to know and understand these laws, statutes, and commandments. They like being ignorant, foolish, dumb niggas until it's time to be destroyed. When that happens, they're not going to want to be niggas no more. They're going to want to change it up. Psalms 119 and 66. Teach me good judgment and knowledge, for I have believed thy commandments. Before I was afflicted, I went astray, but now I have kept thy word. And this is what the men of Israel, the elect, are doing. They're keeping the word, and they're speaking the word to the other elect. They're speaking to the world out in the world, but only the elect is hearing it. Only the elect is agreeing, and everybody else is showing you that they're enemies of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Even our own people, they hate these laws, statutes, and commandments, and they hate Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. So, ultimately, with this knowledge, you understand that Babylon must be destroyed. Abba, Babal. Call Halal Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakak Radash. Shalom and salutations again. Double honor to the elder apostles who taught me this truth that I continue to learn. And shalom to the elect. Shalom.